Hello, wonderful Year 12s and possibly Year 11s for that matter. I'm just going to have a look at a Gantt chart here, and I thought probably the most useful way to do this is to use an actual Gantt chart. So this is one that I've prepared for my notional SAT. So my notional SAT is to build a database of mollies, which are a little bit like Labubus. So as you can see here, and it's probably a little bit small on your screen, but I have the analysis stage there, the design, the development, and the evaluation. So I have the 4 stages in the problem-solving methodology. And as you can see, each one of them is represented by a bar, and that bar with the little triangles at the end, that actually represents a group of tasks. So if I use the chevron here and expand it, this now shows me all of the analysis. And so if I have a look at that, you can see that I have created problem statement. Oh, actually, I wasn't meaning to open it, but I'm creating a problem statement. I'm saying that it's starting on the 27th of March and it's going to go for 3 days. And I can link to a resource. So I've linked out to a PDF of an example. And I can choose a color, I can set priority. There's actually quite a lot I can do. What's probably important to us is the predecessors. That means, what is this task dependent on? So you'll notice, and I'm just going to zoom in a bit here so that I can see this more clearly. There we go. So you will see that that task there, develop project plan, has a line going up to create problem statement. So that's a dependency. So what that's saying is, I can't do this one here until that one there is done. And the way I do this in the software is its predecessor. Oh, actually, interestingly, it doesn't have a predecessor listed. I'm not quite sure why. It should. There's probably something I'm missing here. It might actually be that I've put for the overall project plan, is it got a predecessor? No. Well, you know what? That's okay. That's a weirdness that I can't particularly explain, but there is a line there showing that that's dependent. You'll also notice that I've used different colors for things in the project, and I've put things under heading. So that project plan itself is not a task, it is a container to put these 3 tasks in. Likewise, data collection is a container. What do we actually call that in, there is a name for that, but I can't remember what it is. Seems to be a bit of that in this presentation. But there you go. I do in fact have the dependency that you can't start on the data collection until you've done the project plan. So that's how that works. So with this, I can close and open these chevrons to show more detail, and I can group things. I can see what it is that I'm meant to be doing, and importantly, I can track my progress. So my problem statement. Let's say I've done my problem statement, so that now is 100. So I can see up here that that's 100% done, and my analysis stage is now 8% done. So I go into my project plan. Well, I can't, actually I could put in manually, but I wouldn't. So develop project plan, let's say that's 50% done. So 50, which I've just written as 500. And that shows up there, and that updates how much various things are done. This is really good and should kind of be your guiding document as you go through the project. You should be opening it up every day in development saying, okay, what have I tracked? And where do I need to go next? And can I pull things in and say, okay, I'm ahead of schedule, or do I need to push them out? It's a requirement for the project, but it's also a really sensible thing for you to do so that you get everything done. Probably the biggest hurdle that people have with these projects is they think it's all about programming, and so they just rush all the other stuff out of the way. They spend a lot of time doing the programming, and then they don't have time to deliver the other things. So that's a quick overview. This is called Gantt Project, which is free, but it is desktop software. There are online alternatives, and some of them are free, but it's hard to share with other people. So you might want to use them, but the beauty of this is you can easily just hand me in a copy of it and I can read it as a .gan file. But if you can find an online solution, I think there's one called Project Gantt, but you're limited in who you can share it with, and you can only export a certain number of times, I think. But by all means, you're not restricted to a particular tool. You could do something like this in Excel, although I think there is something to be said for using a dedicated tool. Anyhow, I hope that's useful to you.